Hey everyone, welcome back to Ganai's Mac News. Let's kick things off with some absolutely massive news from Apple's earnings report. According to Mac Rumors, Apple just announced its third quarter 2026 results, and the numbers are seriously impressive. The company pulled in $109.4 billion in total revenue. That's a 16% jump compared to the same quarter last year. Even more impressive, Apple nabbed $29.8 billion in net profit, which translates to $2.02 per share. This marks a new record for Apple's June quarter, and it's especially significant because it's coming during a period where the company had to raise prices on Macs, iPads, and other products due to skyrocketing memory costs. As reported by Apple Insider, Apple also hit a major milestone: 1.5 billion paid subscriptions across its entire platform. Services revenue alone hit $30.7 billion, though it came in slightly below what Wall Street was expecting. Still, this is record-breaking performance, and it makes for a pretty impressive final full quarter under Tim Cook's leadership. Now, here's where things get complicated. According to 9 to 5 Mac, during that same earnings call, Apple warned that supply constraints are going to increase significantly in the upcoming September quarter. Tim Cook told investors that the company is experiencing less flexibility in the supply chain than usual, and there's a particular problem with availability of the advanced semiconductor nodes that Apple's chips are manufactured on. Here's the kicker. Despite this dire supply situation, Apple continues to see incredibly strong demand for iPhones, iPads, and Macs. As reported by Apple Insider, demand is so high that Apple simply won't be able to meet customer orders during Q4. JP Morgan even weighed in, lowering Apple's price target to $340 due to these same supply constraints, though the bank remains bullish on Apple's long-term prospects. It's basically a high-class problem. Everyone wants your products, but you can't make them fast enough. This earnings call carried extra emotional weight because, as reported by multiple outlets including 9 to 5 Mac and Mac Rumors, it was Tim Cook's final earnings presentation as Apple CEO. Cook took a moment during the call to thank shareholders and analysts who've supported Apple over the years. Starting September 1st, Ternus will officially become Apple's new CEO, and Cook will transition into a new role as executive chairman. Interestingly, according to Apple Insider, Ternus has already made a significant mark on Apple. The MacBook Neo project that he championed drove a 25% surge in Mac sales this quarter. So while Cook is stepping back, his successor is already proving himself capable of moving the needle on product performance. It's a changing of the guard at Apple, and it looks like the transition is already paying dividends. Remember when Apple raised prices on Macs, iPads, and other products back in June? Tim Cook explained why, and according to Mac Rumors, his answer was pretty dramatic. Cook said Apple reluctantly raised prices because the company is facing what he called a 100-year flood on memory pricing. We're talking exponential increases in the cost of RAM and storage components. As reported by 9 to 5 Mac, Cook also suggested something interesting when asked if adding more memory suppliers would bring prices back down. He hinted that more suppliers alone might not actually solve the pricing problem. Meanwhile, the company did get some relief from tariff refunds related to previous illegal tariffs, which boosted gross margins during the quarter. However, there's another $1 billion in tariff refunds still pending. So while Apple's pricing power is undeniable, the company genuinely felt forced into these increases due to component costs that are completely out of the norm. One of the biggest topics on that earnings call was Apple's approach to artificial intelligence, particularly the new Siri AI features. According to 9 to 5 Mac and Mac Rumors, Apple plans to monetize AI compute costs through iCloud Plus subscriptions. Here's how it works. Apple's on-device AI processing is free, but when requests need to go to Apple's private cloud compute servers, that costs money. The company will cover those costs by offering increased daily usage limits for higher iCloud Plus subscription tiers. However, Tim Cook made it clear this is just the beginning. As reported by 9 to 5 Mac, the company is planning to let users pay extra for increased AI limits beyond even the higher iCloud Plus tiers. Cook acknowledged this is early days and that Apple doesn't yet have a complete monetization plan for AI. It's a smart approach. Give everyone some AI features included with their subscription, but charge more if you want unlimited access. This could become a significant revenue driver as more users embrace AI-powered Siri. Apple's earnings also revealed some important numbers about where the company is investing its money and where it's facing headwinds. As reported by 9 to 5 Mac, Apple spent a record $11.73 billion on research and development during this quarter, part of a sharp acceleration in R&D spending throughout fiscal 2026, much of it going toward AI infrastructure. On the services side, while Apple hit that milestone of 1.5 billion paid subscriptions, according to Apple Insider and 9 to 5 Mac, the services segment didn't quite meet Wall Street's expectations. The growth was solid at 12% year-over-year, but coming in under analyst projections suggests headwinds ahead. According to 9 to 5 Mac and Mac Rumors, Apple CFO Kevin Parekh specifically cited softness in mobile gaming and the impact of regulatory changes to the App Store business model in various countries as factors dragging on growth. This is a reminder that despite Apple's incredible profitability, the company faces real challenges in maintaining services momentum as regulators continue scrutinizing the App Store. Now let's shift gears to some exciting hardware news for Mac users. According to Macworld, OWC just released the Express 4M2 Ultra, and this is a seriously impressive external storage enclosure. We're talking blazingly fast 80 gigabits per second performance. That's 7 gigabytes per second in RAID 0 configuration. The 4M2 Ultra features 4 NVMe slots, giving you tons of flexibility, and supports RAID 0, 1, 4, 5, and 10 configurations. Macworld praised the unit for being built solid as a tank and looking genuinely handsome on a desk. The main trade-off? The RAID functionality is software only, which some users might see as a limitation. Individual drives top out at 20 gigabits per second, so you really want that RAID 0 setup to unlock the full 80 gigabits per second potential. There's also minor fan noise to consider. But if you're a content creator, video editor, or anyone who needs seriously fast external storage for Mac, this is definitely worth checking out. Finally, if you're interested in actually mastering artificial intelligence tools, Macworld is promoting a really valuable resource. Claude AI is way more than just a chatbot, and there's a new Claude AI Professional e-degree that shows you what's really possible. According to Macworld, this comprehensive course covers practical skills like advanced prompting techniques, using Claude for coding projects, automating workflows, and integrating it into your daily tools. Normally, this course costs $159, but right now you can grab lifetime access for just $13.99 using code Course30. That deal runs through August 2nd. If you're only using Claude for quick questions, you're genuinely missing out on what it can do. With the right techniques, Claude can help automate repetitive tasks, significantly speed up your coding workflow, and handle complex projects. Whether you're a developer, content creator, or just someone curious about AI, this course is worth checking out. That's the word from Macworld on how to level up your Claude game.